Welcome to the HFY Tales channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the story. Enjoy and take care.
The planet Ultra was a breathtaking sight to behold, cloaked in vibrant hues of greens and blues. Towering bioluminescent flora sparkled like stars against the deepening twilight, casting an ethereal glow over the dense jungles and sprawling oceans. It was a world where ancient fables intertwined with advanced technology, a testament to the alien species that inhabited it, the Virelians. Amongst all the marvels of Ultra, the centerpiece was the splendid Crystal Spire, a towering palace that glimmered under the two suns, home to the royal family. This was where Princess Ava resided, a symbol of hope and unity that inspired loyalty among her people. Ava was not just a royal. She was a beacon of light in a time of turmoil. Subtle yet fierce, her spirit rivaled the strength of the fierce storms that often swept across the shores of Ultra. But darkness loomed. The Virelians were divided. A ruthless faction led by the ambitious Commander Necros had captured Ava, believing that her royal blood would allow him to seize control over Ultra and its people, consolidating his power through fear and manipulation. On a distant planet, Earth, Alex sat in a room filled with screens reporting on the ongoing civil unrest in Ultra. As a diplomat trained in intergalactic relations, he had dedicated his life to promoting peace and understanding between humans and various alien species. Yet, as he read the latest dispatches about Ava's capture, a sense of urgency surged through him. Alex, mid-30s with a rugged charm, had always felt an inexplicable connection to the princess he'd never met. Perhaps it was her strength, or the tales of her kindness that echoed throughout the galaxy. Whatever it was, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was meant to intervene. He decided then that he would do whatever it took to free her. Throughout the years, he had built a network among the Virelians, gathering allies who shared his vision. He arranged a meeting with a small band of Virelian rebels. They risked their lives to save their princess. Determination bubbled within him. Alex understood what was at stake. The fate of both our worlds hung in the balance, and he was prepared to fight for peace. Alex arrived on Ultra under the cover of darkness, his heart racing as the lush landscape enveloped him. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth, and the sounds of nocturnal creatures echoed across the jungle. He had arranged to meet his allies at a hidden enclave where the rebels gathered to discuss the fate of their princess. As he approached the rendezvous point, a low murmur filled the air. The Virelians, tall and graceful with iridescent skin, turned to regard him with a mix of skepticism and curiosity. Their leader, a formidable figure named Talon, stepped forward. His piercing green eyes appraised Alex, weighing his intentions. "Human," Talon began, his voice laced with caution. "You claim to be here to help us. We are risking everything to see Ava free. Do you truly understand the dangers?" "I do," Alex replied, meeting Talon's gaze steadily. "Ava's captivity has placed us all in jeopardy. Commander Necros' ambition knows no bounds. If we don't act now, he will plunge Ultra into chaos." The rebels exchanged uneasy glances, but Alex refused to back down. He laid out his plan, an infiltration of the Crystal Spire, a dangerous gamble, but one that could potentially free Ava. Flashbacks cascaded in Alex's mind, memories of his past failures and losses. He recalled his childhood, growing up in a world riddled with conflict, where he witnessed helplessness in people's eyes. It was those moments that molded his resolve to advocate for peace. Ava symbolized everything he fought for, and he needed her strength to be realized in the world. As he spoke, he felt a flicker of hope light up inside him. He glanced at Talon, who seemed to weigh every word with gravity. Talon placed a hand on Alex's shoulder, nodding slowly. "Then we will follow you. But know this, if we fail, the cost will be high." Under the cloak of night, the rebels prepared for their mission. They gathered supplies and weapons, primal energy surging amongst them as they strategized. The air was charged with a sense of purpose, camaraderie forged through shared ideals situated in their desire to free Ava. As dawn approached, Alex and the rebels stealthily approached the Crystal Spire. In the shadow of the royal palace, they surveyed the imposing structure, its beauty overshadowed by its current status as a prison. Glistening light refracted off the crystalline surfaces, an illusion of safety masking the underlying treachery. "Remember," Alex whispered to the group, "we go in quietly, gather intel, and if possible, free Ava. No unnecessary risks." They nodded in agreement, their determination palpable as they proceeded. Yet, internally, fear gnawed at Alex. What if they were discovered? What if he was wrong about Ava? The possibility of failure resonated with memories of his past. As they drew near, Alex's heart raced. They had to succeed. For Ava. For all of Ultra. Crouched behind the lush vegetation, Alex signaled the group to move forward. The entrance to the crystal spire loomed ahead, guarded by imposing alien sentinels with intricate armor, their senses heightened by the urgent atmosphere that engulfed the palace. Sweat beaded on Alex's brow as he led his team through the thick foliage, whispering strategies as they drew closer. The rebels employed their knowledge of the palace layout, leading them to a narrow access route that bypassed the main guards. With silent stealth, they slipped into the dimly lit corridors of the spire. The architecture exuded an otherworldly elegance, crystal walls refracting light into mesmerizing patterns. But beauty had no place here. Every step they took was filled with mounting tension. As they ventured deeper, they approached a chamber that resonated with muffled sounds, pleas and cries that sent chills up Alex's spine. He exchanged worried glances with Talon, who nodded in grim understanding. They had to press on. Entering the chamber, their eyes adjusted to the flickering light, and they froze. There, bound in shimmering chains that glowed with a soft blue light, was Ava herself. Her beauty was striking, even in the midst of torment. Alex felt the weight of the world on his shoulders. She was why he was here, fighting against the odds. "Ava!" he called softly, taking a step forward as the other rebels stood guard at the door. Her head lifted, and for a fleeting moment, hope danced in her emerald eyes. "Alex!" she breathed, disbelief mixing with longing. "You shouldn't be here. It's dangerous." "I won't leave you," he promised, his heart racing as he approached her. He could see the weariness in her gaze, and it stirred something deep within him. She was a warrior, even in captivity. "Don't be foolish. Necros will come for me," she warned. But Alex could see the flicker of vulnerability beneath her bold exterior. "I'm counting on him," he replied, determination coursing through his veins. Together, they could face any threat. As Alex worked to unlock Ava's chains, the tension in the chamber escalated. The door swung open with a loud creak, and out stepped Commander Necros himself, surrounded by armed guards, eyes smoldering with fury. "You dare step foot in my palace, human?" Necros growled, exuding an aura of menace. Alex turned slowly, heart pounding in his chest. "Your reign of terror ends here," he declared, drawing on his courage. "You cannot hold her against her will." Necros laughed, a cruel sound that chilled Alex to the core. "You think I will allow a mere human to thwart me? Your kind are weak. I will crush your spirit, just as I shall crush hers." The tension escalated into a fight as the rebels sprang into action, engaging Necros as guards in a flurry of movement. Alex held his ground, anger and fear melding within him. He had to protect Ava, to show her that he was worth her trust. Just then, Ava broke free of her restraints, her determination igniting. With a swift motion, she grabbed a weapon from one of the fallen guards and joined the fray, side by side with Alex. Together, they fought as a cohesive unit, their synergy palpable, defying the odds stacked against them. In a climactic moment, Alex faced off against Necros. Their clash shook the chamber, strength and resolve colliding. "You'll regret this." Necros spat, fueled by rage. Alex, fueled by his desire to save Ava and free Ultra from oppression, landed a blow that sent Necros reeling. The tide began to turn as Ava and the rebels rallied around him, reinforcing the notion that together they were stronger. With a final blow, Necros fell to the ground defeated. Cheers erupted around Alex as he turned to Ava, breathless. "We did it," he gasped. However, they were still in danger. As the sounds of chaos echoed, They raced towards the exit, knowing they had to escape before reinforcements arrived. Together, Alex and Ava led the way, the bond between them solidifying with every step. Finally, they burst through the main doors into the embrace of the night, freedom just within their grasp. But Alex's heart raced. Failure had never been an option, and now that they had Ava, their work was only just beginning. Breathless, Alex and Ava led the rebels through the dense forest surrounding the Crystal Spire, the sounds of pursuit growing distant yet still present. The adrenaline had yet to fade as they navigated through the vibrant foliage, Alex guiding the group toward a hidden enclave where they would be safe, at least for a little while. When they finally arrived, the rebels began to regroup. They entered a cavern illuminated by the faint glow of crystalline formations, remnants of the ancient world. It was a refuge, a long-forgotten stronghold known only to a few, and a perfect place to lay low. As they settled in, Alex turned to Ava, who was tending to a wound on her arm. "Are you okay?" he asked, concern etching his features. "I'll be fine," she replied, her voice steady despite the pain. "What matters is we escaped, but we can't let Necros recover. He'll come for us." Her resolve impressed him. Ava was a true leader, a fierce spirit engulfed in unwavering determination. As she spoke, he saw glimpses of strength woven beneath her vulnerability, a reminder of why he had fought so hard. While the rebels prepared makeshift bandages and rallied to discuss their next steps, Alex took a moment alone with Ava, under the warm glow of hanging crystals. "You're incredible," he said, all spilling over. "The way you fought back. I didn't think you'd be able to escape like that." She chuckled softly, a light in her eyes. "I wasn't going to let them keep me any longer. My people need me. I need to lead them. Our future depends on it. But I can't do this alone anymore, Alex. I need your help." Alex nodded, understanding the gravity of her words. "Then we'll fight together. I promise you that." The connection between them deepened, layers of unspoken emotions surfacing amidst their newfound partnership. As the rebels strategized, Alex found himself drawn to Ava's unwavering resolve and passion for her people. There was something captivating about her. The strength she exuded was magnetic, grounding him amidst the chaos of their lives. Days passed as they remained hidden in the cavern, forming a plan. Alex learned more about Varillian culture from Ava, her duties as a royal, the values her people held dear, and the prophecy that whispered of a united future. Her tales painted a vivid picture of her world, making Alex realize how intertwined their fates had become. "The balance of power has shifted," Ava explained one evening as they studied maps of the planet. "If we can unite the factions against Necros, we can restore peace. I believe humans and Varillians can coexist. But first, we must free my people from his tyranny." With resolve, Alex responded, "What's our next step? How do we convince the others to join us?" Ava's gaze turned steely, determination shining brightly. "We'll need to gather allies, show them the strength of our union. Together, we can make a stand. But we must act quickly. They don't know the true frequency of this threat." They set about preparing their next move, crafting messages to reach out to the neighboring factions sympathetic to Ava's cause. In the following days, the tension mounted. One evening, while they shared stories around a flickering fire, they heard rustling from outside the cavern. Moments later, a group of Varillian warriors, loyal to Ava, emerged from the shadows. "Talon sent us," one of the warriors said, his eyes scanning the group for confirmation. "He believes in the cause, and we're here to help." Upon seeing Ava, they dropped to one knee, pledging their loyalty. "We fight for our princess." In that moment, Alex realized the significance of Ava and his role as her ally. He felt an unbreakable bond solidifying between them, one echoed in the devotion her people now showed. The fight would not just be for their survival, but for unity, uniting two worlds around a singular vision of hope. The days passed swiftly as the group of rebels prepared for the plan that could unite their worlds. Ava and Alex worked closely together, each moment enhancing their bond, sharing strategies, dreams, and fears, an unspoken understanding blooming between them. In the quiet moments between planning and practice, The tension simmered just beneath the surface. Ava's laughter would brighten Alex's day, and their eyes would meet, sparking a warmth that made his heart race. Yet they both understood the stakes of their situation. Their lives hung in the balance as they faced the mayhem of war. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting hues of purple and gold across the sky, Ava called the rebels together. They gathered around, curious and eager to hear her words. "We have a plan, but first, we must remember the strength within our unity, to forge a bond that will outlast any trial," Ava began, her voice steady and confident. "To honor this alliance, we must observe the ancient bonding ritual, one that symbolizes the joining of our two worlds." A hush fell over the group as Ava explained. "This ritual honors those who dare to join their fates. As humans and Virilians, we must embrace our connection fully. It is essential in building trust among our people." Alex felt his breath hitch as he heard her words. The ritual demanded intimacy, and while the prospect sent butterflies through his stomach, it also stirred a deep yearning within him. As they prepared for the ritual, candles made of bioluminescent plants lit the cavern, casting soft shadows. Ava wore a flowing garment woven with threads of intricate patterns that shimmered in the dim light, highlighting her beauty. However, it was her spirit that truly captivated him. She radiated strength and grace, and it only drew him closer. "Are you ready for this? I mean, it's not just a ceremony," he asked softly, concern lacing his voice. With a determined look, Ava replied, "This is an opportunity, Alex, to show our connection, to let our people know that we fight not just for ourselves, but for one another." As the ritual commenced, Alex and Ava stood facing each other, their hands intertwined. The air thickened with emotion. An unbreakable energy pulsed between them. The rebels chanted in their melodic language, and as they spoke, Alex felt the ancient magic envelop them. Ava stepped closer, her breath warm against his skin. "Trust is the foundation of this bond," she murmured, searching his eyes for assurance. "I trust you," he replied, his voice husky. With that, Ava leaned in, her lips brushing against his in a gentle yet electrifying touch. Time seemed to stand still as their connection deepened, the world around them fading away. The uncertainty and fears dissolved, leaving only the intimacy that flourished as they shared this sacred moment. As the ritual reached its peak, they found themselves surrounded by an ethereal glow. Underneath the cool darkness of the cavern, they embraced, losing themselves in one another, passion igniting like a spark in dry grass. The bond they forged was more than physical. It resonated with warmth and belonging, fueling their resolve for the fight ahead. As the ritual concluded, the group erupted in applause and cheers. The bond between Alex and Ava, forged in trust and intimacy, emerged as a beacon of hope for their cause. Feeling revitalized, Ava took center stage once more. "Now we stand together, united. We will confront Necros and reclaim our freedom." The rebels rallied around her, their spirits lifted by the sense of unity that pulsed through the air. The intimate connection between Alex and Ava transformed into a shared strength, an alliance not just for battle, but for the future they aspired to build together. As they began finalizing their plans, Alex felt a newfound clarity. He and Ava would fight for their worlds, for each other, and a love that had blossomed in the most unexpected circumstances. The atmosphere in the cavern felt electric as preparations began for the final confrontation with Commander Necros. With the rebels fully pledged to their cause, anticipation hung heavy in the air. However, amidst the flurry of tactics and strategies, it was the unspoken connection between Alex and Ava that drew them together. As night settled over Ultra, Ava found Alex alone, staring at the flickering flames of a fire pit. She approached quietly, the glow illuminating her face, and her presence ignited an undeniable spark within him. "Alex," she said softly, pulling him from his thoughts. "Tomorrow is a crucial day for us all, but before we face whatever comes, I need to feel our bond again." What she proposed was more than the last ritual they had done. This was something deeper, something raw. Alex met her gaze and felt the warmth flush his cheeks. "Ava, are you sure? Her eyes shimmered with desire and determination. I am. We're fighting for our lives, our worlds. But I want to be connected to you, body and spirit. It's the only way we can forge a path forward together. With a deep, steadying breath, Alex nodded, his heart racing in agreement. Then let's embrace it. They moved to a secluded part of the cavern, away from the prying eyes of the rebels. Candles flickered nearby, creating a soft ambience, shadows dancing on the walls as they faced each other. The air was thick with anticipation and electricity, amplifying the feelings brewing between them. Ava stepped forward slowly, her hands reaching out to cup Alex's face gently. This is our moment. You've already captured my heart. Now, I want to give you everything else. Her lips brushed against his, igniting a fire within him. Their kisses deepened quickly, blending urgency with tenderness. Alex lost himself in her taste, the warmth of her body against him sparking a need that swelled from deep within. They embraced, bodies intertwining, the boundary between them fading. Alex's hands explored her back, fingers threading through the soft fabric of her garment, feeling the delicate contours of her form beneath. Ava responded with soft whimpers, guiding him, her warmth pulling him closer. Without breaking their kiss, Ava pulled back slightly and looked deep into Alex's eyes. Show me the depths of your connection, Alex. Make me yours, and I will be yours forever. Her words struck him with an intensity that sent a wave of desire coursing through him. As if in a trance, he understood. This was the culmination of their shared journey, the joining of the human and Virelian spirits, a powerful union that would transcend more than just their bodies. Gently, he pulled her closer, lowering them to the soft moss that covered the ground. They lay together, illuminated by candlelight, and the glow showcased the beauty of Ava's skin. Every caress ignited an inferno as he pressed his body against hers, feeling every rise and fall of her breath. With delicate movements, they began their sacred joining, the intimacy deepening as they melded together, creating a rhythm that matched the pounding of their hearts. Alex moved slowly at first, wanting to savor the sensation of being so close to her, feeling her warmth and softness enveloping him entirely. Ava gasped, breath hitching as their bodies connected in the most primal way. Yes, Alex, she urged, her voice both a whisper and a command, sparking the fire within him. Together. As they joined in passionate rhythm, the worries of the world outside faded away into oblivion. There was only them, two souls intertwining, united as one under the watchful stars. With every thrust, they pushed the barriers between their worlds aside, the bond both physical and spiritual growing stronger with each shared breath and each whispered word. The chamber vibrated with their connection, a symphony of pleasure and shared vulnerability. Ava's hands roamed across his back, nails scraping lightly, eliciting shivers of ecstasy. As the wave of pleasure crested, their hearts beat in unison, echoing the sentiments of loyalty and love that they had forged. In that moment, in each other's arms, they found a sense of peace, knowing that whatever happened in the battle ahead, they were forever entwined. They were now bonded, not only in the physical sense, but anchored in each other's hearts. As their breath steadied and the world around them slowly returned to focus, they lay entwined. The connection only strengthened their resolve for the days ahead. Alex brushed Ava's hair back, gazing into her eyes, filled with warmth and fierce determination. We face tomorrow as one, Alex stated firmly, the gravity of their union settling between them. Ava smiled softly, and for a moment, the destruction and chaos of the impending battle vanished as they held each other close. They were ready to face whatever lay ahead, knowing that together they were unstoppable. The dawn broke over Ultra, the soft light spilling into the cavern where Alex and Ava lay entwined, their bodies still infused with the warmth of their recent union. The feelings of intimacy and connection lingered as they prepared for the battle ahead. The rebels were beginning to assemble, hope reigniting within their ranks. We're ready, Talon spoke, standing at the mouth of the cavern. It's time. We can't wait any longer for Necros to consolidate power. We need to act now. Ava nodded, standing beside Alex, heart resolute. We fight not only for my freedom, but for the future of all our peoples, she declared, her voice ringing with determination. The rebels rallied. The bond that Alex and Ava had forged the previous night had ignited a fire within them all. They felt the strength of their union, and a sense of unity surged through the group. As they approached the crystal spire, the tension was palpable. Alex exchanged glances with Ava, their resolve solidified by the previous night's mating and their commitment to one another. Whatever happens today, we stand together, he reminded her. Together, they formed the front line, confronting the Virelian forces loyal to Necros. The air crackled with anticipation as the two factions clashed in a whirlwind of chaos. Alex fought bravely, calling upon the courage that had brought him to this moment. Every time he struck down an enemy, he felt the weight of hope and responsibility on his shoulders. Ava was fluid and fierce, directing the rebels with confidence. Watching her fight unleashed a torrent of pride within Alex. She was a warrior, inspiring everyone to fight for what they believed in. As the battle raged on, the tide began to shift in Ava and Alex's favor. They made their way towards the heart of the spire, where Necros had established his base of power. Navigating the chaotic battlefield, they fought side by side, pushing through the tumult, determination fueling each blow. In a climactic moment, they burst into the throne room, where Necros awaited them, a palpable aura of arrogance enveloping him. "So, the little princess returns with her human pet," he sneered. "You are all fools to think you can challenge me." Ava stepped forward, her voice unwavering. "What you fail to understand, Necros, is that our connection, our mating, has made us stronger. We will never bow to you." The defiance in her tone ignited a rage in Necros. "I will destroy you both," he shouted, lunging toward them. The ensuing fight was fierce as all three engaged in a brutal battle. The sound of clashing weapons filled the air, and the fate of their worlds hinged on the outcome of this struggle. As they exchanged blows, Alex felt Ava's spirit beside him, her energy animating his movements. They moved as one unit, their bond strengthening their resolve. The combined strength of their mating, a unity that transcended mere words, spurred them forward, even when the odds felt insurmountable. In an all-consuming moment of fury, Alex found an opening and struck, delivering a final blow that sent Necros crashing to the ground, defeated. Cheers erupted from the rebels as they sensed victory taking root. With Necros defeated, a wave of relief began to wash over everyone present. But for Alex and Ava, there was more at stake. They stepped forward, understanding the significance of their connection. Ava turned to Alex, eyes shimmering with relief and gratitude. "We did it together." As the rebels joined the victors in celebration, Alex took Ava's hands, their fingers intertwining, a symbol of their shared journey. "This is only the beginning. Our union has forged a new path, not just for us, but for our worlds. We will rebuild together." Ava smiled, embracing him tightly. "Our mating means so much more than passion. It's a promise of unity, hope, and love." In the months that followed, Ultra began to heal, the scars of battle gradually fading. Alex and Ava worked tirelessly together, integrating their two worlds, building alliances that stretched beyond mere borders. Their intimate bond, once only a source of personal strength, transformed into the foundation of a flourishing future. Standing in the rejuvenated heart of the Crystal Spire, now a symbol of hope and unity, Alex embraced Ava once more, knowing that their love had blossomed into a powerful force for change, one that would ensure their peoples thrived side by side. As the sunset illuminated the horizon, Ava turned to Alex, her eyes sparkling. "Together, we will create a legacy that will endure for generations." "And it all began with our mating," Alex replied, smiling as he captured her lips with his, sealing their promise to each other and to the future they would build together.